in online classes. Today I am going to present on topic splenomegaly and their Ayurvedic aspect, that is Plihodar. Following contents: basic of spleen, what is splenomegaly, causes of splenomegaly, diagnosis of splenomegaly, differential diagnosis related to splenomegaly, management of splenomegaly, and the Ayurvedic aspect of splenomegaly, especially Plihodar. Must know about the basic of spleen. You know that the spleen is a wedge-shaped, dark red, oval, lymphoid abdominal organ and situated at the left upper quadrant of abdominal cavity, that is the left hypochondric region, just below the diaphragm, protected by rib cage. It is a hemopoietic organ. The vascular capacity of spleen is 100 to 300 ml, that is 4% of total blood. The spleen contains 30% of total platelet count. The dimension of the spleen is 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9 to 11 like ratio. 135 inches is the dimension of the spleen. 7 ounce is the weight of the spleen and is situated in between the 9th to 11th thoracic ribs cage. The arterial supply by splenic artery and the venous drainage by splenic vein. The function mainly two: cellular function and immunologic function. Cellular function clean out old blood cells, and immunologic functions helping to mount immune response. That is, the spleen removes unsustained abnormal RBC, bacteria, microorganisms, others from circulation through monocyte macrophage system. It acts as a cellular as humoral immunity and synthesize immunoglobulin G. Now, what is splenomegaly? The splenomegaly is simply the enlargement of spleen. The term प्लीहा वृद्धि, प्लीहा वर्धन, तिल्ली का बढ़ना, splenic enlargement and enlarged spleen used synonymously. It is basically a sign, not a disease. Two terms, splenomegaly and hypersplenism, generally same but not same. Don't confuse between these terms, because the splenomegaly is simply enlargement of spleen and hypersplenism is the overactive function by spleen of any size. Splenomegaly mainly categorized into infective cause, blood-related cause, metabolic disorders, portal hypertension or cirrhosis, malignancy causes, Egyptian splenomegaly, and the Felty syndrome. The infective causes include the tuberculosis, splenic abscess, typhoid, malaria, kala-jar, and infectious mononucleosis. The malaria is the common conditions in which the spleen enlarged. Blood diseases including hemolytic anemia, they may be congenital like by hereditary spherocytosis or may be acquired hemolytic anemia. Idiopathic thrombocytic cytopenic purpura, that is ITP, is the common disease in which the spleen enlarged. The ITP can be tested by tourniquet test method. In this test, the blood pressure cuff uh, tight at the particular site and the petechial hemorrhages at the skin seen below cuff region due to excessive capillary fragility. Secondary purpura, acute septicemia, TB, and drugs. Leukemia, mostly in myeloid leukemia, and the porphyria is the inborn error of catabolism of hemoglobin, also causes splenomegaly. The metabolic disorders, the portal hypertension, cirrhosis, the malignancy includes Hawkins lymphoma, splenic sarcoma, the Egyptian splenomegaly due to infestation and cystoma, Manzoni, and cystosoma hematobium. Felty syndrome includes chronic rheumatoid arthritis, leukopenia, and splenomegaly at a time. Splenomegaly. Basically, the clinical features of splenomegaly is the abdominal palpable mass at the left upper quadrant. Notches are felt and moves with respiration. Patient has abdominal pain, back pain, and features of anemia. On percussion of the swelling, dullness feel. The swelling directed towards right iliac fossa in a manner of downward, forward, inward. The hook sign present that is enabled to hook beneath left costal margin and finger cannot be insinuated in between the swelling and costal margin. We can diagnose clinically by inspection, palpation, and percussion. Inspection, this lump or swelling field at the particular anatomical position, that is left hypochondrial region, and the shape of the swelling and their movement with respirations. On palpation, normally spleen not palpable in general patients. Palpable when easily from anterior aspect, that is anterior abdominal wall, or we can say we approach through anterior abdominal wall while palpating the spleen. It is detected clinically when the size becomes 2 times more than normal. It extends from left costal margin towards right iliac fossa in manner of downwards, forwards, inwards towards umbilicus. The splenic swelling is smooth, has sharp anterior border with 1 or 2 notches but stony feeling. Methods. The clinician put right hand parallel to the left costal margin at the level of umbilicus. You then ask the patient to inspiration and expiration. Gradually slides your hand towards left costal margin in expiration phase. The splenic swelling touches the index finger laterally in inspiratory phase. The finger cannot be insinuated between swelling and costal margin in cases of splenomegaly. On percussion, the dullness feel at the swelling site. First of all, I described the clinical diagnosis, now the lab diagnosis. Lab diagnosis include blood investigations, ultrasonography, computer tomography, CT scan, MRI, and others. Blood investigations includes hemoglobin, complete blood count, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelet counts. These are the indicating, these give the indication about the splenomegaly, like in anemia, HB downs, in infective cases, see the white WBC raises, and the thrombocytopenic conditions also seen. The USG and CT help to determine the size of spleen and relation with the other organs. The abdominal CT scan is most accurate for diagnosis. The MRI traces the splenic blood flow. Others like liver function test, bone marrow examination, and needle biopsy of spleen may be used but rarely for the purpose of differential diagnosis. Diagnosis of splenomegaly can be done with the pathology of spleen, stomach, left kidney, left lobe of liver, splenic flexure of colon, tail of pancreas, left subhypophrenic space, and left suprarenal gland. If any swelling or lump feel at the hypochondrial region, first of all, you must clear whether this is parietal or visceral. The visceral means the intra-abdominal. The visceral or parietal swelling can be tested with the help of straight leg raising test. On a straight leg raising test, if the swelling disappears during the straight leg raising, it means the swelling is intra-abdominal. If it become prominent, this means that the swelling situated at parietal region. In case of swelling, the parietal swelling may be lipoma, sebaceous cyst, fibroma, neurofibroma, angioma, and cold abscess, etc. In intra-abdominal conditions, may be left kidney mass, suprarenal gland mass, splenic flexor colon mass, and other diseases like left kidney diseases, stomach diseases, etc. Splenomegaly As you know that basically splenomegaly is basically a sign. It have various causes. The treatment will plan according to cause. Like if malaria, then you provide it anti-malarial drugs, etc. According to the conditions of the causative factors. Mostly wait and watch in mild asymptomatic cases. Try to find the cause and advise conservative treatment. The blood transfusions and exchange also advised. In severe cases, splenectomy also advised in some conditions which have their merits and demerits. Aspect of splenomegaly. As you know, the term Udar Roga or Ashtodhar Roga is very famous in Ayurveda. Udar is abdomen and the cardinal feature of Udar Roga is Utsed, swelling or distension. All Udar Roga are Tridosaj in nature and these are mainly Samanyas Vyadhi. The Plihodar is a type of Udar Roga. Among 8 types of Udar Roga, it is most nearer or correlated with splenomegaly. The mool sthan of Jatragni is Udar, so the root cause of Udar Roga is Mandagni as per Char. The Plihodar, Pliha Vriddhi and Pliha Vriddhi and Plihodar. These 3 terms are finds in Ayurvedic literature. The Plihados means the functional disorders of the spleen. It is of 5 types. Vataj Plihados, Pittaj Plihados, Kapaj Plihados, Sannipataj Plihados or Raktaj Plihados. The plihavriddhi is the enlargement of spleen but slight in nature, and the plihodar is excessive splenic enlargement with abdominal distension. Now, the reference of plihodar found in Ayurvedic text is as Susrut Nidanasthan chapter 3:7, Susrut Chikitsastan chapter 14, Charak Chikitsastan chapter 13, Ashtang Sangrah Chikitsastan chapter 17, Ashtang Hriday Nidanasthan 12, Ashtang Hriday Chikitsastan 15, and Madho Nidan chapter number 35. Physiology of Plihodar as per Ayurvedic literature is categorized in 2 categories, that is general Nidan, that is the Nidan of Udar Roga, and the specific Nidan for the Plihodar. As it is described as Mandagni and Ajir is the root cause of Udar Roga. So Mithya Ahar Vihar, improper diet and lifestyle, Malin Anna Sevan, intake of preserved rotten stale food, after improper panchkarma and mal sanchay. 2 main things, that is prakopit vat and mal sanchay is the main cause of udar rogas and splihoda. The specific nidan include the excessive intake of pitta karak and avisandhi ahar, जिस जो रक्त और कफ को कुपित करेगा और जिससे प्लीहा वृद्धि होगी. The pliha enlarged at left side of abdomen. The specific features ग्लानियुक्त मंद ज्वर एंड मंदाग्नि, क्रिस्ता, अरुचि, अविपाक, मृदु ज्वर, उपद्रव रिलेटेड टू कफ एंड पित्त दोषा, क्षीण बल और पांडुवर्णता. ऑन पाल्पेशन स्टोनी फीलिंग, टार्टवाइज लाइक शेप, कच्छप जैसा आकृति और अस्ठीलावत फील होना. ग्रेजुअली कवर कुक्षी उदर अग्नि अधिष्ठान. This is the features of splenomegaly or plihodar. वाम पार्श्व में उदर उत्सेद, that is प्लीहा वृद्धि, मंद ज्वर और अत्यधिक पांडु. These are the main features of plihodar. Susrut told the Chikitsa Sutra for Udar Roga is Kupta Anil Mulatpat Sanchitpan Malasya Sarvodresu Sansanti Bahusastva Anulomanam, means कुपित अनिल और संचित मल, ये दोनों मुख्य कारण हैं. इससे सभी उदर रोग उत्पन्न होते हैं और इन सभी उदर रोगों की चिकित्सा बहुसस्तस अनुलोमनम, बार बार अनुलोमन करना चाहिए. इसी तथ्य को चरक ने कोट किया है कि सभी उदर रोगों में त्रिदोष समनी क्रिया सर्वेषु कार्य, सभी उदर रोगों में त्रिदोष समक क्रिया चिकित्सा करनी चाहिए। और तस्मात् नित्यमेव विरेचेत, इनमें नित्य विरेचन करना चाहिए, रिपीटेड अनुलोमन या विरेचन, जैसे कि बाय त्रिफला चूर्ण और बाय अदर अनुलोमक हरित की। स्नेहन स्वेदन के बाद विरेचन और उसके बाद निरूह और अनुवासन बस्ती। दीज आर द चिकित्सा सूत्र फॉर उदर रोग। In Plyhodar are many types or many numbers. Samudra Suktika char with milk, Hingu Savartik with milk, Palas char Yavachar, Parijatak ताल मखाना अपामार्ग क्षार, तैलीयुक्त सुग्रु क्वाथ विद पिपली सैंधो चित्रक, पुटीकरंज क्षार बिरी लवण एंड पिपली, सकपल घृत हिंगवादी चूर्ण पिपली सागुड़ हरितकी क्षार और अरिष्ट। These are indicated in Plyhodar. Some preparation like यकृत पिलिहारी लौह, यकृदारी लौह, आरोग्यवर्धनी पटी, रोहितिका रिष्ट, रोहितक घृत, बिडंगादि क्षार, वज्रक क्षार, अग्निमुख लवण are indicated in Plyhodar. The single drugs that are that acting on Pliha are Rohitak, Sarpunkha, and Chabu. These are herbal drugs. Karma procedures are also indicated in Pliha Vriddhi. The Siravedhan indicated after Snehan Swadan and intake of Dadhi are curd. The site of Siravedhan is inside vein of left kurpar. बाम बाहु के कूर्पर प्रदेश में करना है और सिरावेद के बाद जेंटल हैंड रब ओवर प्लीहा ऐसा करना है। अग्निकर्म सिरादाह एट बेन गोइंग टू मणिबंध लेफ्ट हैंड थंब विद सर बाण एरो और सलाकर। Use what is suitable and don't what is not suitable. The suitable is take soft diet, easily digestible diet, take lukewarm water, active life, barley, milk, gomutra, aso preparation, arist preparation, takra, sahad, honey, and dadim ras anar. Don't means not suitable. Avoid day sleep, avoid spicy diet, junk food, oily food, alcohol, piston, etc. The main theme is to protect Agni, that is the digestive fire in cases of Udar. Listening, and lastly, I just give you two assignments, that note splenomegaly from modern text of surgery and note Plihodar from Susrut Samhita. Thank you so much. Thanks for your patience listening.